Hello dear Ronins, welcome to Ronin Hood. Today it will be the last episode of visiting Toledo with the Alcazar in Toledo. So it was really the best part of this experience in Toledo because the Alcazar was full of marvelous swords and armors. Not just from west wall, but also from the east wall with samurai swords. And that was the best part of it. So the Alcazar. What is an Alcazar? An Alcazara is a fortified palace combining military and pleasure qualities as built by the Muslim rulers in Al-Andalus. These palaces were adopted by the Christian sovereigns after the reconquista. The Spanish cities of Jerez de la Frontera, Madrid, Segovia, Seville, Toledo, and Cordoba, among others, have an Alcazar. So here you can see the great surprise for me to find their samurai armor at Alcazar in Toledo. So beautiful, and we will know here what is written. The samurai or warrior from ancient Japan were a military elite at the service of a daimyo, feudal lord, who governed the country from the 13th to the 19th century. The armor protects the whole body and it became lighter and easier to use. During the Edo period, 1603-1868, the decoration and colorfulness of the armor was greatly enhanced as it was no longer to be used for combat but rather for commemorative purposes as tribute or collectioners' items. This exhibit shows a complete outfit from protecting the body and limbs. The head was protected by means of the Kabuto helmet, designed to protect the neck with a visor at the front for defense purposes. The Kabuto comes complete with a monochita, mentonnière, on the chin, which protects the face below the eyes and also the neck. The body was protected by means of a cuirass in keeping with the characteristics of the domaru, a simplified style of armor made up of small limbs that were lacked and laced together with colorful cotton coats. It was defined by the fact that it wrapped around the body and tied underneath the right arm. The limbs were protected by means of sode, pauldrons, and gote sleeves, the latter being made of metal limbs to form a kind of chainmail that was sewn onto a layer of silk. Lastly, the aedate, thigh plates for the thighs, and suneate, shin guards, providing protection for the knees and shins. The soldiers' footwear, tsuranuki, was made of bear skin. So this armor is from Edo period, and I particularly appreciate the colors because there is some black and it's really traditional. And I think I was not crazy about all the replicas of Toledo because it's not my stuff. I prefer what is practical and antique, like these armors from Japan that are really beautiful. They looks usable, you can use it, or they were used in these feudal times, and I'm more searching things that are authentical or close from practice of Japanese sword. This is a Japanese sword. It's a 62-64 centimeters Nagasa, and I think 20 to 22 centimeters Nagasa. On the feudal times in Japan, people were shorter, like 1 meter 40 to 1 meter 55. So I think the person were having this kind of size and you can see a wakizashi without ito tsuka on the tsuka, and it's really beautiful with a copper abaki for both for wakizashi and this antique katana shinken, and Chinese double-edged swords. So we can see the blade and how the steel evolve, and all the chip you can find on the edge, and how it has been damaged, and how you can imagine on the field of battle you have to continue to make clean cuts to survive and to not give really hard pain to your opponent. But you can see how the steel has evolved and has been preserved from this age. Another kabuto. Some kabuto are made with iron or steel. This one I think is made with iron. And now we will see the armor from the west. This armor from the 15th century. I wish I could have this armor room with all this stuff and to practice martial arts with it. And I'm sure it should like super heavy, like more than 30 kilos. And I can imagine how it was to fight in a battle with all these like soldier knights coming to you in front of you with this kind of armor that of course was super heavy, but it was difficult, I think, to go through such hard material and to survive. Like it was, I think, really difficult physically, and I can imagine how tough were the practitioner and the knights at this time. I think I prefer the samurai armors that, even with, from what I know, 30 kilos, looks lighter and more pragmatic for moving, hiding, or whatever. So thank you for having watched this last episode of Toledo with Ronin Hood in Toledo, and see you soon for the next episode on Ronin Hood.